Doctor Who is back, and so am I. Hello and welcome back to the Board Whovian YouTube channel, and yes, I'm going to address it straight away. I have not done a single review since the 60th anniversary. Why is that? Partially to do with the time I've had associated with my career, stuff like that. I've been working more and more, had less time on my hands, and have just stopped. I actually filmed a review for Shooty's first episode, and just never got round to editing it. The days went past, never released it. I have filmed about 5 return videos. When the Sonic got released, when the trailer for Season 1 came out, when a trailer for Season 2 came out, and just videos just explaining why I'm not here, and then like random stuff that just haven't properly materialised. So here we are, and I'm doing a review for the Robot Revolution. I will probably address Season 1 at some point in like a kind of overview, but I can talk about that in a separate video. We are here to talk about the Robot Revolution, and that's what I'm going to do today. Starting off, in terms of the story, I'm not going to explain it. Anyone watching this would have known what the story is, but just to run over it. Belinda Chandra, the new companion, we start off with her boyfriend, who seems a tad controlling, and you can see that kind of given through a few comments going, this star's really far away. I know girls aren't supposed to be with maths, but that's supposed to be quite far, whatever. And then also he gives her, a star chart. She now has a star named after her. And then we fast forward to the future. She is a nurse. Doctor is looking for her. We don't know why. Turns out that planet out there has that star chart. Basically has built up this idea that she must be the queen because there's all this kind of mythology around that star chart. And stuff happens. We find out her boyfriend ended up there as well. Yada yada yada. Doctor meets companion. Companion saved. Companion in TARDIS. That is how a first episode in introducing companion should work. Put the companion into the trouble without meeting the Doctor. The Doctor is in the trouble with the companion. Companion and Doctor get out of the trouble, end up in the TARDIS, and somehow, whether the companion likes it or not, they will end up on another adventure, whether they want to or not. That is how that episode should go. That is how companions start. And I really like this beginning for Belinda Chandra. I really like this beginning for her as a companion. And it's so hard for me not to talk about Season 1, because this is the same run, and this is the second time we're seeing a companion, and I much prefer this. With Belinda, I just really liked it. I really liked her as a character. I really liked the fact that, she doesn't implicitly trust the Doctor. She's not wowed by all this amazing stuff. She's actually a bit freaked out. Not in like a scared way, but in like a concerned way, and you see maybe that mentality of someone who's a nurse, someone who's, really cares about what she does on Earth. And is like, what? No, I want to get back to that. I've been working my life towards doing this. I'm doing something which is really important. I need to get back to that. And I love that attitude from her. And one moment which I really, really liked, which is really subtle, is when we see her in the rebel camps in the episode, and she immediately starts getting off to work. She starts asking about the IV bags, and it's clear that these are different liquids than there are on Earth. But she's like, no, I can understand the science behind this. I understand what's a disinfectant, what isn't. I'm gonna start helping people. And then she dislocates a man's shoulder. I love that she's immediately like, how can I help? She's not scared of the situation. She's going, well, this is a slightly similar situation. I can do something. I can help. And I really like that from her. And I really like that from her as a character. And I think her shining moment, and something which really outlines what really, really impresses me about her and the Doctor going forward, is the ending to the episode, where she's in the TARDIS. She's been wowed by the whole bigger on the inside thing. And looking back on this, it's really funny because it feels like she's kind of almost setting a trap for the Doctor, because she's acting all wow, she's acting all amazed. The Doctor's talking about Monday Flynn to impress her and be like, oh, this is destiny, I've met one of your descendants. And she's like, wow. And, you can see it in her eyes and stuff. She's really playing almost the part for the Doctor there. and he's all cheerful and everything, and then she goes, "Is that what you say to all the girls?" And then he's all, cheerful, going, and then she goes, "Is that what you told Sasha?" Obviously, Sasha 55 dying earlier in the episode, and the way she sets him up for that is amazing, because I find this is one thing which I find so interesting and so good about Belinda Chandra's introduction, is that how you meet the Doctor rapidly changes what you think of him, right? If you meet the Doctor solo and he's the one saving you and showing all these amazing things and everything's amazing, great. If you meet the Doctor and he was with someone else and they died, like, you are meeting in very different scenarios. With Sasha 55's death, I find it so interesting because it's implicitly mentioned that she's been with the Doctor for 6 months and he's promised her the stars. And obviously we don't see those 6 months, but that's 6 months of being with the Doctor views her like a companion, and he probably doesn't view Belinda like a companion in that moment, And it's like the Doctor ending up with a companion that he didn't want, and a companion ending up with the Doctor when they didn't want to travel. And that's not maybe up front, it's more showing Belinda doesn't want to be there. But the Doctor had basically groomed this person. I don't know if you want to say it like that, with that language, but he does kind of do that. He fills people's heads with all these amazing ideas of travelling through space and time. So, and then brings them up for the journey. And you see that turmoil in the Doctor's face, like, he's not with the companion that he was supposed to be with, in a way. And now he's got Belinda. And I'm really excited to see where this goes, as I really think it will bring way more from the 15th Doctor. I think we're going to see so much better stuff from the 15th Doctor. Not that we've seen bad stuff, but I think this will bring the best out of his character. I want to challenge him. I don't want to necessarily see like a dark side. I don't think 15 is a dark Doctor, but every Doctor has their ways of manipulation, I think. And 15's is his charm. It's his positivity. It's his laugh. It's not sinister, and maybe he doesn't know he's doing it, but he's charming people along, acting all happy, getting people along, and he's weaponizing that, not knowing it, and Belinda calls him out on it. And it's almost like for the first time he realises what he's doing, and he's surprised someone's kind of noticed. And oh god, I'm really looking forward to them. And obviously they're probably going to learn to like each other, and she'll learn to love it, going on adventures throughout the series. But I'm so ready to see where this goes, and because obviously this review's late, early reviews for Lux have started to come in, and it's giving 9 out of 10s, 4.5 out of 5 stars, whatever, and that seems pretty bloody positive, and I'm very excited to watch that one. And yeah, I'm, after last week, feeling quite apathetic about Doctor Who. The wait for the episode wasn't that great. I just kind of saw it was on 8 a.m. and turned it on and just went, okay, I guess I'll watch Doctor Who now. But now, after that good episode, after the reviews coming in, I feel way more positive about the show, and I'm so excited to watch the next episode. And I can confirm I will do a review weekly. When I do them, I can't confirm, because as I mentioned, my career's kind of changed, and I work 5 days a week, and I work weekends as well. Unfortunately, I work at 9 a.m. and I do like a 9 to 5:30 on Saturday, Sundays. So obviously the show releases at 8 a.m. So if I'm working from home on a Saturday, I will be able to watch it. But if I'm going into work, I won't be able to watch it until much later. And then obviously I work weekends. So when I review these episodes, it's hard to say. I mean, I might maybe review it Sunday night and edit it Monday morning. That could be a thing that happens. But, stay tuned to see what happens. Obviously, these reviews might take 10, 20 minutes at all. So, that's not going to be a problem. But anyway, to conclude, I really liked the Robot Revolution. I've not really talked about the plot too much because I don't think it's that important. I think the importance is how as a viewer, I feel about the Doctor and Belinda's relationship as a beginning to it, and also the introduction to Belinda Chandra as a character, and what I'm looking forward to. And it's really set me up. I'm excited for the season. I didn't even talk about how it set up the series arc. That's a very interesting ending with, space all kind of left out there, and setting up 24th of May and its importance. It reminded me slightly of Series 5 and the whole June 26, 2010. I really thought that was interesting, but, I'm not going to talk too much about that or Mrs. Flood because we'll get more clues when we get them. But I would give this episode, I think, a 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, that or a 7 out of 10. You can decide if anyone actually watches this video. I don't expect this video to actually get that many views. But yeah, I enjoyed this episode quite well. Yeah, like the video if you enjoyed it. Comment below what you thought about the episode too. Subscribe so you can get all of my videos in your feed whenever they come out. And don't forget to ding the bell so you'll be notified whenever those videos do indeed come out. I have been the Vaudehuvian. I am Isaac, and I will see you in the next one.